Hello, I am Clayton Shunk, Secretary Treasurer of the Michigan Dental Association, and this is my Treasurer's Report to the 2020 House of Delegates. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the virtual House meeting, I am giving a recorded video report. At this time, I'm going to share my screen to show some slides. So give me 1 minute. So I will go over the actual 2019 results, look at membership trends, discuss our financial performance, and discuss our 2020 outlook. As this slide shows, in 2019, we finished the year below our projected budget. Operations ended up with a $232,000 deficit. Upon a closer analysis, I see that our expenses were only up less than 0.5%. Where we fell down was our projected income was down 4.9%. There were several areas that came in below expectations. Dues and special assessments were down 3%. Our annual session revenue was down 7.6%. Our endorsed income was above our 2018 amounts, but still came in below budget. Looking back at the 2019 budget, it is obvious we overestimated our reserves. With a very strong stock market in 2019, however, the MDA ended up the year with a $380,000 surplus. So for the record, in 2019, our total revenues were $6,916,027. And our income is derived and placed into categories seen on your screen. Here, we are showing that the MDA non-dues revenue is holding steady at roughly 60% of total revenue. Many state associations would love to have non-dues revenues at 60%. In 2019, our actual expenses were at $7,240,572. And our expenses are divided into several categories seen on your screen. So our reserve policy is a targeted amount of 75% of total expenses. Here you can see we are fully funded, and at the end of 2019, our reserves were at 89%. Given the recent drop in the stock market, it shows strong reserves are key during difficult times. Here we can see how our reserves has held up over time. And this slide just shows our reserves over the last 3 years. The improvements have mainly been due to the stock market improvements. Here are the dues and the assessment amounts over the last 3 years, and it shows just a couple small increases over those 5 years. This may be the most important slide in my presentation. The MDA has a membership share of 77.1% at the end of 2019, well above the ADA share. This is accomplished through lots of hard work by the membership staff and many local component members working on improving membership. In this slide, we can see that our dues income has dropped roughly $30,000 over the last 5 years. And the main reason is fewer full dues paying members and more members going to life, working life, and retired membership categories. This is a trend that has been ongoing and will continue to be. Our 2020 budget is showing $6.7 million in revenue. and it is showing 6.7 million in expenses. However, good or bad as our 2020 budget may be or is, we will need to start over due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many areas of the 2020 budget has been directly affected. We know the annual session will be different with regard to the budget. Even the virtual house has an effect on the budget. Some of these changes will have a negative effect and some may have a positive effect. The exact amount is not known and could change between now and the end of the year. It does appear that our income will be negatively affected and some major changes will need to be made to try and bring expenses in line. So the executive director and the finance committee will be working throughout the rest of this year and even into 2021 to cut costs and bring expenses in line with income. Our ultimate goal is to keep the MDA financially strong, something that does not happen by accident. I would like to thank my finance committee, Dr. Eric Ruprecht, Dr. William Patchak, Dr. Jonathan Burns, and Dr. Eric Knudsen. Also, Mr. Brian Stump, Ms. Jenny Armiston, and Ms. Michelle Nichols-Cruz for the help with the presentation. It has been my sincere pleasure to serve as your Secretary Treasurer for the past 2 years. Thank you.